How to buy properties at auction. Hello everyone, I'm Katie Wilson, the UK's leading deal packaging expert and a seasoned property investor. And today I'm thrilled to share with you my insights and experiences on buying properties at auction. So let's dive deeper into this exciting and potentially lucrative strategy to buy property. Before we dive in, if you haven't done already, make sure you like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's talk about property auctions, a fascinating part of the property market that can offer incredible opportunities for the savvy investor. This is a property which I secured significantly below market value, direct to vendor on a creative contract, and then I took it to auction and sold it for a profit, a net profit of £30,000. But here's the best bit, I never even bought it. I agreed it on a creative contract. It never went in my name. I didn't have to get the lending on it. I didn't have to refurbish it. I just simply agreed the contract and then put it straight into an auction and sold it and took a big chunk of profit out of the middle. So when it comes to property investment, there are several ways that you can find deals. You could go to estate agents, you can find properties directly from the owners, or you can look at auction houses. Each method has its own unique advantages and challenges. Now, my personal favourite and what I consider to be my area of expertise is auctions. Auctions are not just about finding deals, they're about finding the right deals, and it's about identifying opportunities that others might overlook. It's about understanding the true potential of a property. Now, I've both bought and sold properties at auction, and I can confidently say that it requires a good understanding of the market in order to succeed. One of my most memorable auction experiences was purchasing a block of flats a few years ago. It was run down, but I saw the potential in it. We invested in refurbishment and eventually the property's value increased significantly and then we refinanced it. Now, more important than just capital gain, this investment provides a steady stream of income for however long I choose to keep the asset, until I die. So let's break down the process and strategies for buying at auction. Firstly, for those of you who are new to property auctions, it's vital to start with research. Understanding the market you are entering, what kind of properties are available, what are the average prices, how competitive are the auctions in your area, also very important. This initial research will give you a solid foundation. The next thing you want to focus on is the type of properties that are best suited for auction houses. In my experience, starting with the simpler, smaller properties, and so small houses and flats is advisable, these properties are easier to manage and the risks are relatively low, especially for those who are new to auctions. So talking about risk, one of the most crucial parts of an auction buying is examining the legal pack. This document contains all the legal information about the property, including the title deeds, any outstanding charges, planning permissions, and lease details. Never bid on a property without thoroughly reviewing the legal pack. If you are not well versed in legal jargon, then I highly recommend getting a great solicitor to review it with you. This step for me is non-negotiable, as missing out on crucial details can lead to significant financial losses, and I see this happen so often. One of the biggest risks is purchasing a property with unseen issues, like structural problems or legal complications. This is why reviewing the legal pack and, if possible, visiting the property before it actually goes to auction is so crucial. Now, don't be tempted to skip these two steps, no matter how attractive the deal may seem. So let's talk about strategy. When it comes to the actual auction itself, there are several strategies to employ. The first is to set a budget and stick to it. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment and bid more than you can afford. Remember, the goal is to make profit, not end up in a bidding war. Also, be strategic about when you start bidding. I often wait till the bidding starts to slow down before I start making my move. This way you can gauge the interest in the property and avoid driving the price up unnecessarily, because at the end of the day, we're trying to buy it. It's also important to be prepared for different outcomes. Sometimes you might not win the bid, and that's okay. There will always be other opportunities. The key is to remain disciplined and not let your emotions dictate your decisions. Easier said than done. You need to base this on numbers, not emotion. So let's talk about the jargon. Another crucial aspect of auction buying is understanding the difference between the guide price and the reserve price. Now, the guide price is what the auction houses believe the property will sell for, while the reserve price is the minimum amount that the seller is willing to accept. Knowing this can help you plan your bidding strategy. So then we've got exchange and completion. Let's talk about the post-auction process. Once you've successfully bid on a property, the next steps are crucial and can be very stressful if you don't know what you're doing. You need to have your finances in order. Most auctions will require at least a 10% deposit on the day of the auction and then the remaining balance within 28 days. So ensure that you have the funds available or your mortgage in principle ready to go. Now, speaking of mortgages and funding, given the tight timelines involved in auction purchases, typically 28 days to complete the payment, traditional mortgage processes can be too slow. Therefore, exploring alternative financing options like bridging loans or private investors can be crucial. These options can provide the necessary funds quickly, but usually come at a higher cost. And it's essential to weigh up these costs against the potential profit from the property. Also, the fact that even though bridging you may consider to be expensive, you need to understand bridging because it's one of the most powerful things you can learn to leverage in the property world. Now let's talk about adding value. So after securing the property, then the real work begins. And depending on your strategy, this may involve refurbishing the property to increase its value or preparing it for rental. This stage requires careful planning and budgeting to ensure you maximize your return on investment. It's vital to have a clear plan for what comes next. So whether you're looking to refurbish and sell or hold and rent, each route requires a different approach. Refurbishing for resale, often known as flipping, involves detailed understanding of the market's demands. You need to know what features add the most value to the property in your specific area. For rental properties, the focus shifts from long-term durability to the appeal to potential tenants. So, when refurbishing a property, budgeting and management are key because so many people overspend on their renovations and quickly you're going to erode your profit margins. It's a balancing act between making property appealing and keeping costs under control. So I always recommend getting multiple quotes for any work and factoring in a contingency budget for unexpected expenses. Now, in my experience, one of the most common mistakes in auction buying is underestimating the refurbishment costs and timescales. This can be particularly challenging for first-time auction buyers, so I'm here to help. To mitigate that risk, it's helpful to bring along a builder or a property surveyor when you view the property before the auction. Their expertise will help you make more accurate assessment of the potential refurbishment costs of the property. Now, for those looking to expand their portfolios through auctions, networking can be invaluable. Connect with other property investors. What networking is going to do is it's going to give you the inside track. Building relationships with estate agents, auctioneers, fellow investors will provide you with the insider knowledge about what's coming up. And with properties and other investment opportunities, you will know exactly what is coming up and when. Now let's talk about the market. You need to understand the market. Understanding the market trends is a crucial aspect of successful auction buying and any property investment. Market conditions can significantly impact the value of your property investment, so staying informed about local and national trends will help you to make more informed decisions about when to buy and when to sell. The other crucial thing about investing in auctions is due diligence. So let's discuss the importance of due diligence when buying at auction. You often have limited information about the property, therefore it is essential to conduct as much research as possible beforehand. This includes checking out the property's title, understanding any planning restrictions, and being aware of local area development plans. This research will help you avoid potential pitfalls and help you to make more informed bidding decisions. All of this forms part of a bigger picture. So what is your goal and how does it fit? Now, for those considering auctions as part of a broader investment strategy, it is important to understand how these purchases fit into your portfolio. Diversification is key in property investment. Auctions can offer unique opportunities that might not be available through traditional property buying methods, such as unique properties or properties in up and coming areas. Another thing we've not mentioned is tax. In addition, understanding the tax implications of your auction purchases is crucial. Different types of property investments can have different tax considerations, including stamp duty, capital gains tax, income tax on rental earnings. So consulting with a tax advisor can help you navigate the complexities and optimize your investment strategy. Once you're comfortable with the process and have a few successful purchases under your belt, you can start to scale your investments. This might involve buying multiple properties at any one time, targeting higher value properties. However, it's important to scale at a pace that is manageable and in line with what you want to do, your overall investment goals. It's not about competition. So to summarize, buying at auction and auction houses can be an exciting, profitable venture, but it requires careful planning, a solid understanding of the market, a strategic approach, and it's not just about finding the cheapest house, it's about finding the right house at the right price. With the right knowledge and approach, auctions can be a valuable addition to your property investment strategy. Now, I hope this deep dive into auction buying has provided you with valuable insights and strategies to enhance your property investment journey. Remember, every investment carries a risk, but with the right preparation and mindset, you can minimize those risks and maximize your chances of success. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay in touch with what's happening in property as I live and breathe it for more in-depth content on property investment. I'm Katie Wilson, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.